You serious?
Hello, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there, and right now you are killing some time with part 4 of 2016's Best Bits from How to Kill an Hour. And there was a time in episode 32 where Nick Bright joined us and let us know about who he thought could be quite a suspicious character in society.
I think, right, this is a totally kind of down a tangent right now, but there might be some butchers who are listening to this, as in butchers, you know, who work cutting meat and stuff. I think that butchers could easily be murderers. Because they're slicing meat all day, every day, bruv.
It's different, Nick.
Yeah, nah. They're slicing up that meat. I used to live above a butcher's when I was at uni.
Yeah.
And it's like, man would get big ass, like, pig carcasses delivered. Like, the full carcass of the pig. And then I would see him, like, chopping it up with like a sword, like Rago, just.
And you think he could do that to a person?
Easy.
So what, do you reckon a surgeon could do that as well then?
Yeah, anyone that does any kind of like slicing skin, stabbing stuff. Because that's a thing for me. If someone gave me a knife right now and said, stab, even if the body was dead, if they said that, this is a bit dark now, but even if the body was dead and they were like, stab that flesh, I'm not comfortable with that. Like, the closest I can get to stabbing the flesh is eating my chicken off the plate when I'm in Nando's.
What about cooking though? When you got a little steak or something like that?
You're talking to the wrong guy about
really
cooking.
All right, so we're on a desert island. Yeah, super digression. We're on a desert island.
Yeah.
All that's left to eat is a couple chickens.
Yeah, I mean the circumstances have changed a lot.
Okay,
because we're
cool.
on a desert island now.
Right, we're on holiday then. Yeah.
Okay, where are we?
We're on a desert island. Yeah. But a holiday desert island.
A holiday desert island. Okay.
Yeah. So we've decided to go chill there for a few days.
How do you get there? I mean, how can you fit an airport on a holiday desert island?
Went to a main island, took a boat over.
Right, okay. How long did the boat take?
Boat take about 45 minutes from mainland.
Okay, so it's not that far.
2 hours from mainland.
Okay,
I knew where you're going.
Okay.
2 hours from mainland. And I'm like, Nick, they said we can have anything we want off this island. Couple coconuts off the tree, couple bananas.
How long have we been there by now, though?
Been there a few days.
Oh, wow.
Chilling.
Okay.
I'm like, Nick, let's have a bit of chicken. Fancy slaughtering that chicken? No?
Well, if I'm there with you, I could just say, can't you just kill the chicken? Like,
all right, but you'd never that's really weird, you know, because that used to be a standard thing in England. Like, people would gut and like I don't know what's called when you defer stuff. I remember my nan doing it. My nan done it with a wild rabbit once. I saw her cut it open and I found it interesting.
I tell you this, right? My brother got married in Thailand, and we went. I went to the wedding in Thailand, and I saw people kill a pig.
Yeah.
The pig was alive, then they killed the pig, and then they were taking all the insides out of the pig, and then all the insides were in loads of different bowls. I was like, this is enough to make me vegetarian, but not that much, because I like sausages and chicken too much.
I like McD's. Yeah.
Well, not McD's. I mean, you know, I don't know if you've heard, but I haven't been there since 2012.
What?
Yeah, 2012, bruv.
I used to remember you rolling into radio with a bag of friggin' McDonald's all the time.
You know what happened? I was having the Golden Arches twice a day at one point, and then man had to just lock it off like section boys. I had to say everything lock off.
Twice a day.
Because I was working late. This is when I was working on the late shift at work, so I'd come in at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
McDonald's, bosh. 2 double cheeseburgers, large fries, bosh. Then like I would leave work, I'd just get a cheeky little Big Mac meal on the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, twice a day. And then I said 2012, done. And I ain't had one since.
Yeah, because you've eaten a lifetime supply of McD's anyway.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You put peas into them already. Twice a day? Wow.
If someone cut my body in half, it would be like a Big Mac.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. Nick Bright did have a lot of McD's back in the day. But he's a bit healthier now, actually. Something to do with his missus, probably. Nick Bright's also a big fan of the Apple ecosystem, which we also spoke about in episode 32.
I've also got an Apple Watch and I've got an iPhone. I'm an Apple man, innit?
I'm an Apple man.
I will say this on the podcast though. Apple, you man are like a controlling partner. You have got me forced in this relationship. I can't leave you because I've got Apple Watch, Apple phone, Apple iPad, Apple MacBook, MacBook Air. I got 5 different Apple things. If I want to get a Samsung phone now, my Samsung phone can't talk to the Apple stuff. So I'm locked in this relationship with you. I need to go on Jeremy Kyle, bruv. Man needs to go on Jeremy Kyle and say, Jezza, oh, that's Jerry Springer for all our kind. That's the Jerry Springer of the UK for all the international listeners right now. But I need to say, oh, like Jeremy, my iPhone has got me trapped in a relationship. I want to leave him, but he keeps threatening me, saying that I can't talk to the rest of my friends if I get if I try and bring my new partner, the Samsung, in. My Samsung's not allowed to interact with the rest of my friends.
Oh man, it's a mad one. So I mean, the talk is that people are flipping over. People are going both ways.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of time and investment. I suppose as someone who plays out and DJs as well, you need but a Mac is a good bit of kit to have. They're very reliable when you're doing
very reliable.
2 hours of playing music in front of thousands of people. You don't want to have a Windows crash.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's be real, Windows does crash.
And it gets viruses and all this mad stuff. But like it's also down to the fact, like, I like the fact that I can be having a conversation with somebody on text message on my iPhone.
Yep.
Then as soon as I step in my front door, I can carry on that conversation on my laptop immediately. Pick up my laptop. The conversation is all there. Carry that on.
Yeah. Even do it with phone calls as well now. You can make an actual phone call from your Mac or your iPad if your phone's in vicinity.
And that's the thing. Sick. Like, you know, I will say this on record as well. I love the Samsung S6 Edge, S6,
S7,
and the S7 as well, the new S7, which I had a proper play with it yesterday because I met up with my friend and he's just got it. He had it pre-ordered. I love it, love it. So good, does everything. Amazing piece of kit, amazing phone. But the problem is, until they can talk to each other, which I don't think they'll do because they want you to have one or the other, innit? Let's be real. Until they can talk to each other, it's dead to me because I've got too much Apple stuff. If you're the other way round, I'm not one of these people that's going to sit, because you know you get some of these people that are like, I'm Apple till I die. Oh, fuck Samsung. Apple, bruv, is all about Apple. I'm not that guy. I'm
that guy.
Really?
I bury all my friends. Like in the WhatsApp group, I send them like a picture of a sexy girl, like, you know,
and
big
this is
boobs,
Apple. Yeah.
And I go, this is Apple, and then I'll send them a picture of like someone's nan's nan with like boobs that are like drapesing down to her toes, crusty hair, dry lips. I say Android, and but every day I have a little go at them, and it pisses them off.
I hear that, but like, there's been a few footballers. I mean, I don't want to get us in some liable trouble, so I won't mention names. But there's been a few footballers who have been going out with Apples, and then they like to flirt with an Android. You know what I mean? That happens a lot. Sometimes the Apple is high maintenance. Sometimes you just want a quick Samsung. You know what I mean? You just want a quick Android.
Yeah, you want to quick slide into the Android lifestyle.
Quick kind of like slow, jolty Snapchat. Do you know what I mean? Just a quick, jolty Android Snapchat moment before you just finesse back to the Apple. But then if the Apple finds out, boy, it's peak for you,
it's peak for you.
You're losing half.
You're going to have to swap over because nothing's going to talk to anything.
You're losing half and she's keeping your surname, bruv.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
You probably know what I'm talking about. But I haven't said any names, so you can't sue. That's what I like about this.
Yes. Going in. So the watch, you tried it, liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. I did like it. I must say, I think I prefer the Apple Watch,
right?
Because I'll just give you some quick kind of reasons why I prefer the Apple Watch, because I think it's nice that you can swipe both directions, up or down, and it's got loads of different options. On the S2, it's got like a twisty face, and I felt like the twisty face was a bit kind of like, it was quite hard to grip it sometimes, I felt. Whereas on the Apple Watch, it's got a I don't even know what you call that. You know, like a normal watch has got the spinny thing on the side to change the time.
You wind it up. You have to wind them up with.
Yeah, it's got one of those which doubles up as a button, and I feel like that's just a lot easier to use. I feel like Samsung have tried to be clever with the whole spinny face thing, but it was just a bit hard to spin.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, that's not me slating it at all. It's still a really, really good piece of kit. I just preferred the Apple Watch.
And it does look good. I have to say, if I'm honest, we had the sort of sporty strap one. There's like a leather strap you can get, which looks more conventionally. But it doesn't look bad. I must say that. But and there was the heart monitor and stuff that the Apple Watch got all that sort of stuff as well.
They're all vying for that area of the market, though, aren't they?
I mean, like, to be honest, I'm not keen on anything extra that I have to charge.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. That's why I'm not fully invested in the watch, because I'm like, all right, I get it. It looks good, Nick. Nick's on it right now, monitoring his heart rate and stuff. I'm like,
88 BPM for those that are worrying.
Really?
Yeah.
61. 61.
Just gone down to 61.
That's a good average heart rate there.
Is it?
Yeah, mine rests
There
at
you
about
go.
50 because I'm athletic like that.
Just gone down to
57?
57.
Cool.
Yeah.
By the way,
We can do this for the whole podcast if you
push
want.
forward by 15 seconds right now, and then we'll have stopped talking about heart rates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend's just text me.
Plus, in the same episode 32, we spoke about the police making their way onto Twitter. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Maybe Twitter just enforcing some laws.
Twitter basically have got a Twitter Trust and Safety Council now. So it's like a troll squad with
Oh my
40
God.
companies, including safety advocates and academics who make people feel safe when they express themselves online.
How do you join the troll squad? I want to be in the troll squad. That sounds so sick.
I wish you just had delete power. You just kick someone off the net. Just
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
Yeah.
You know, I know someone who works at Twitter, actually. He used to work at Twitter in the UK. He's now moved to America.
job. Big man.
Big
Yeah,
job.
he's making movements, isn't he?
Yeah, he worked with me at the BBC, actually.
Yeah.
But anyway, he has the ability to... say if someone's got a username that you like, you know, say if there's a username that you want.
So if there was Nick Bright
Yeah.
and you wanted it, and
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
and
There
you-
is
and you
a
were
Nick
just-
Bright. Like, shout him out, though. He always forwards tweets to me. It's
Shout out to Nick Bright. Change it up, bruv. Come on.
Yeah, he could have Nick Bright 1, you know what I mean? No one's going to hate about that. I can't really have Nick Bright 1. People are going to be like, why are you Nick Bright 1? No, bruv. But anyway, if someone's got a Twitter account, but they haven't really used that account, right? If someone's using the account, he can't do anything.
Right,
That's
right,
fair.
right.
But like, if someone's got an account, but they're not really using it, they haven't tweeted for 2 years or whatever, he's got the ability just to go, bang, give that account to you. Just like,
What,
take
just
it from them.
transfer you over so when you next log in.
Jackage. Yeah.
Wow.
Straight like you've been robbed.
So he's like he's like the Judge Dredd of Twitter.
He's like violating. He's like
Wow.
Judge Dredd of Twitter. You know?
Yeah, you have been judged.
Man's just
Yeah.
stepping in RoboCop. Give me that Twitter name. I'm giving it to this guy now.
Sick.
Yeah. So he's got that power.
Yeah, 'cause
no way. He would just
might
shut you down.
Yeah, he might
literally.
just like relieve you of your Twitter name.
Yeah, just shut you down like Skepta.
Sick, man. I don't know how these guys though are gonna tackle trolls, but like,
It's out of control now, though, man. If you pardon the pun.
Yeah.
The troll is out of control.
out of control.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
out of control. Oh, delete. Nah, that's too far. Nah,
Yeah.
Leave
We took
that
it to the
there.
next
Yeah,
level.
Sorry
We
about
took
that.
it to the
bro.
next level.
Sorry.
But
But yeah, man. Like, all right, they're gonna try. I don't exactly know how they're gonna stop Twitter trolls because I come from the angle of like not like free speech, but like
you're just trolling on a daily basis, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not as much of a troll as I should be, but when I look at people trolling, I'm like, I do find it funny. I find it entertaining because I know it's just chat. Like,
have you ever been attacked by a troll?
nah, I'm not. I don't think I'm that I don't think I'm that interesting enough to people appealing to attract. But I've had stuff where people just jibe at you, but I'm always like, oh yeah, cheers, mate. Like, you know, it's like someone goes to me, yeah, you know, you're fucking, dickhead, wanker, small cock, gay. I'm just like, yeah. That's how I'm in real life. I'm like,
cheers, thanks.
It kind of shuts it down, but it's if you like go, no,
they're looking for a reaction.
Yeah,
That's what it is. I've seen trolls on numerous occasions tweet people saying something terrible, right? Like, you're a dickhead, you're shit, get off the radio, blah blah blah. In fact, he won't mind me saying this. Charlie Sloth gets it a lot because he's got a big personality, right?
Yeah.
He gets it a lot, and then they're just looking for a reply because Charlie will reply to some of them, and then they'll like reply to Charlie's reply. Like, Charlie will reply, getting mouthy back to them or whatever, and their reply to him will be like,
biggest fan.
Oh, thanks. I just wanted to reply.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why are you being rude, you dickhead?
Yeah.
Like, for any people that, if you're listening to this podcast, right, and you've ever trolled, you are a dickhead. All right, I'm just telling you right now. It is like the most pointless ever thing to do. I don't understand. What are you doing with your life? You're sitting in your mum's spare bedroom going, you're a wanker, you're shit at the radio. Bruv, you're in your mum's spare bedroom. You still live at home with your mum. Are you paying rent? Is your mummy making your dinner still? You know what I mean? It's dead. Dead. But like, what I will say is I fell like victim of the trolls once.
Really?
What happened to me, right? You remember Perry from Little Mix? Mm-hmm. You know, obviously she split up with Zayn.
Yeah.
I tweeted once because she broke down in a live TV performance, or it's a live online performance. And I tweeted, I was asking a question. All right, let me just put it out there now. I was asking a question. I said, Perry from Little Mix crying after the breakup with Zayn, is it real or is it fake? Question mark.
Did you put the what's it called up? The poll. You should have put the poll up.
No, so this is before polls.
Yeah.
Before Twitter polls. But question mark on the end. That means it's a question to my followers who follow me.
Yeah.
Some Little Mix page picked it up.
Yo, you got caught by them.
Bruv. Them mixers are not fucking around. These 12-year-old girls were telling me that I'm gonna die. Like, they were saying, delete the tweet or you're dead. Who are you?
Did you delete it?
No! Bruv, it's still there now. Reigning supreme. Man wasn't deleting it. Just for the sheer, like, fuck you, Little Mix. Like, not the girls. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Fuck you, Little Mixers. I was like, I ain't deleting it. I was asking a question to my followers. I didn't say, Perry from Little Mix, she's definitely faking that. Like, cool. I didn't say that. I said, was it fake? Was it real? Question mark.
Yeah.
And then they're telling me, I was like, shut up, man. You lot are 12. You should be in bed. You got school tomorrow. You know what I mean?
But there's some people that's their day job. They love going out there and saying stuff to cause up a little stir.
Oh, my days. Yeah. But the thing is, some people love it. Like Ace wanted to do a feature. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, he wanted to troll people's fat.
He wanted to do a feature called Troll Deep.
Yeah.
We're trademarking it for Ace right now, though, so don't steal it.
Ace's idea. Yeah,
I'm saying it on record. We're trademarking it for him. He wanted to do a feature called Troll Deep, and it was basically like he would troll like the Beehive or Rihanna's Navy or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's so dangerous.
You can end up like these guys. They remember. So if they find out that you're that guy, they'll follow you and just batter you at every point.
It's
They'll follow
mad.
your Instagram. Like, I know Beyonce fans, if you say the wrong thing and piss off her bees in it, they'll just put bees all over your photograph.
It's
Queen bees.
Ridiculous.
Bro.
Like, I'm waiting because like since that happened, since I've done the thing with Little Mix, right? I've done a few cover shows on Radio 1 and had to play Little Mix, right? And it's been cool. But I'm waiting for like some Little Mixer to connect the dots. Be like, hang on, let me just finish my homework. That's that little prick who said that thing about Little Mix. Oh my god, let me tell the rest of the mixers. Like, shut up.
And then it's on.
On like Donkey Kong.
You're going to be walking down the street one day and like a group of 12-year-olds are going to come and batter you, bro.
I know. I'm just going to get like beatings with like school bags and stuff like that.
So is there ever like good trolling then? A good troll?
I think if it's a good troll, it's not a troll. Like trolling for me is when you're being deliberately negative about somebody on the internet.
So it's not like a cheeky comment. Just being a dickhead.
Yeah, even if that person that you're being negative about is a documented dickhead, like Piers Morgan.
Right.
People don't like Piers.
Yeah.
Let me just throw that out there. Not my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because he's an Arsenal fan, you know what I mean? I'm partial to that.
Yeah.
But like he's got a big opinion and some people don't like him. But it's like I sometimes, just to pass time, you know when you see a super famous person tweet and you click on their tweet to see the replies?
Yeah.
I do that sometimes just to pass time.
Yeah, of course.
There are some fucking weird people in this world. I think you should have a license. You should need to pass a test to get a Twitter account.
Wow.
Like a driving license. Because there are some mad people on Twitter. I see these replies and I'm like, you should not be on Twitter. You shouldn't be on there. People are just saying mental stuff.
How, like what? Like
I'm gonna find your grandma, Piers Morgan, and I'm gonna rip off her head and like feed it to your granddad. And it's this is mad. Why are you saying this? Because man's tweeting about Arsenal. Because he's talking about being on the telly. Like, it doesn't make no sense. So stuff like that is like senseless.
Mad, yeah.
But like, to answer your question, I think when certain celebrities, because it only really happens with celebrities, let's be real, because like they're the ones talking to the wider audience. Certain celebrities have got like a responsibility to tweet responsibly. You know what I mean? And sometimes I see them tweeting utter nonsense, like stuff that they shouldn't be encouraging their fans or whatever to do. And then when certain trolls, if you want to call them that, pick up on that and say, shut up, you're talking rubbish, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can sit and co-sign that. I'm like, tell them.
I'm not a big fan of the whole sort of shaming people and that sort of stuff. Unless you put yourself out, like when Kim K put that picture out there of her naked or does, you got to expect the backlash, because people have opinions. But I'm a big fan of the like Funk Butcher's good, Funk Butcher's wicked. Like when he said, Chris Brown and Drake, when there was a Chris Brown and Drake fight, one of his funny tweets was, I can't believe Chris Brown like beat up another woman, like, because you know at the time everyone was this was before Drake done the Meek Mill business, everyone was still like he's feminine. He's that sort of guy that will and I find that a little like, I find those funny bits of commentary, but he won't be like, yeah, Drake, you're a dickhead, I want to rip off your head and shit
listen, it's good. If you want to make light of if there's a terrible situation that's happened within reason, obviously if it's like a global disaster, it's obviously not good to make fun of that, but if it's like a celebrity story like P. Diddy slapping Drake, that was something that happened, didn't it? Yeah,
hilarious.
Like memes and all stuff like that. I'm cool with that, and I'm pretty certain all these celebs that we're talking about, they're cool with that as well, because it's press, it's promo.
And there was the time where we tried out the HTC Vive before it actually was commercially released, and here's our thoughts on it. Episode 32 also.
The thing I liked about the HTC Vive is the controllers.
Yeah, it was sick. It was sick, and like the thing I liked about the whole thing, without giving away what the game is and stuff like that, is that it felt like it all flowed relatively nicely. Do you know what I mean? The VR part of the experience fitted in really well with the rest of the experience. It wasn't like, oh, you're running away from all these crazy situations 1 minute and then it's like this really clunky, but hang on, now we're going to play a game. And then like, it didn't feel like that. It felt like the game was part of it all.
The game was part of the game.
It
was part of the game. Inception.
And then the game turned up and started spraying bars. No, that didn't happen. The game wasn't really there. He wasn't there, unfortunately.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, it would be quite good if he was
scared as shit, dog.
One blood. Like firing his gun at that point.
At the same time. Yeah, but it was sick, man. As an immersive experience, I've got to say that's one of the scariest things I've done. What made it stand out for me was the whole horror aspect. I'm up for doing more stuff like that again. In fact, we met some people there that want us to get involved in some more horror.
Z Events.
Yeah, shout out to Z Events. So we'll probably be heading down and doing that, man. And yeah, it was like the way that they, like you said, Nick, the way they weaved in the VR experience to try the HTC Vive, as well as the immersive experience. I don't want to sound like I'm future gazing too much here, but I feel like that's a future entertainment day out. Like that's a thing to do, like a bit of gaming as well as having an immersive. Why not? Do you know what I mean?
It's gonna change the game, right? When VR becomes more common, because it's getting there now. You know what I mean? You got all these different brands now all jumping on board with the VR experience, which is great. But it's getting more common. But once it becomes like, you know, like a PS4 or an Xbox or whatever, once it becomes like that and everybody's got one, I feel like the game is going to change massively, because it's so interesting being part of the VR experience. And what I mean by that, right, is you can think of many scenarios, right, where they could make it better if it wasn't real life. Now, what I mean by that is like, you can become a superhero in VR.
Yeah.
Stick that on, you're a superhero in there. You can't do that in real life. You can become a character in Street Fighter in VR. You can't do that in real life. You can become a racing driver in VR. You can't really replicate that in real life. You can try, you know, you've got these track days and blah, blah, blah that you can do. It's not the same because you're not racing an F1 car. And I know in VR people will go, yeah, but you're not really racing it in VR because it's not real. You're just sitting there with a headset on. But believe me, if you've never tried it before, when you put a flipping headset on, it feels like you're there.
Yeah, and the headphones on as well, because like when you turn your head, like the way that it tracks your movement. So if you look to your left, something will be behind you.
Yeah, and you can hear it.
Yeah,
you can hear like the way that the sound is kind of panned.
Yeah,
I think it's called stereo fielding. It's like sick. Yeah, man's trying out here, demonstrating the knowledge, laying the knowledge. Yeah, but like it's mad because it's like you can hear footsteps or you can hear this, and it's like where's that? So you've got to use a bit more than just your eyes. You've got to use more senses than just your eyes. That's what I found with it.
Definitely, man. I'm interested to see what picks up, like what takes off with VR.
Yeah,
because there's like the HTC experience. Obviously, we're just talking about to talk about some other VR stuff as well. Actually, this week as well. It's like
I can't. The thing is, Marcus, I can't see it. Like, you know, like think of it like this: you're on the bus, you're on the train, you're on the tube, you're playing Candy Crush on your phone or whatever. Yeah. You ain't sitting there with a VR headset on, bruv, on the tube. Can you imagine? Like, gotta take them out, like on the bus.
Yeah, not yet.
No, I don't think it's gonna get socially, be it something becoming socially acceptable. Like, I can't see the VR headsets getting to that any stage soon.
Nah. It's gonna be an at-home thing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like you said.
yeah.
It's gonna be a console replacing thing.
Yeah.
That's what it's. Well, you know, PS4's got their VR coming out. There's Xbox. Like everyone's got their VR popping out. So
Yeah.
you know, when we come back to this in about 6 months or a year's time, who knows? There's even a guy I was doing some reading up who's managed to make a VR GTA experience.
No way.
Yeah, so he's working on it. There's little, like, if you can Google it, GTA VR. He's got like GTA 5 and he's playing it. And one of the things he said was when he's playing it in VR, he doesn't find it as much fun killing people, running them over and stuff because it's so real.
No way.
Because you imagine, like, that's the difference. Like, that it could change gaming. Like, when you play GTA, it kind of like, because you're outside of the person's body.
Yeah, you're just desensitized
let me go
to
blow
it.
him up
Yeah.
and run a chainsaw through his head. But when you've actually got to move a chainsaw through someone or like shoot them, it can kind of change.
Makes it a bit real.
Yeah, he said it was scarily real. That's
The only thing
interesting.
with that though is like, I'm a bit scared because like people might start doing that and being like, actually, I like this.
I like this.
I like the thrill of the kill. You know what I mean?
That was your fourth installment of How to Kill an Hour's Best of 2016. We ain't done yet. We got loads more to go. Thank you for killing some time with Marcus Bronzy.